Hi, I'm Dr. Bonnie Clipper, the Chief Clinical Officer at Wambi. Today, I'm here with Betty Noyes, President and CEO of Noyes Associates. We want to share a few moments of insight, gratitude, and inspiration with you. Betty, thanks for taking the time to be with me today.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. This is really quite an honor and a privilege. I just wish we were able to be close and in real time.
Well, we are in real time. We just
Yes,
aren't close.
That's true. That's right.
So, Betty, you and I talked a little earlier, and what thoughts and insights can you share with our healthcare heroes and leaders at this difficult and challenging time?
Well, I really appreciate that as a lead-in question, because I've been giving it a lot of thought, and it's been very frustrating to me, having been a CEO or CNO for over 30 years, not to be in the middle of all of the happenings. And it's been really challenging to think, how can I, from, quote, the outside as a consultant now who really focuses on leadership development, how can I better support the classes and the participants that we presently have, past, present, and future? So I've thought that what I would like to do next time I meet them in person, which hopefully will be sooner than later, is to have them start out by saying, could they draw a picture of themselves as to what they think they have contributed? What is their hero, their inner self-image of their hero? And then to share that story. Because I think so often, I know I personally, I don't get in touch with my right brain very often, but it's helpful to just try to put into graphic form. We do this in some of our classes when we try to have them, students, participants, build the future model of healthcare. What would it look like? And I have to admit that every time I do that exercise, my heart is kind of beating and I'm thinking, I don't know what's going to come out of this. But there has not failed me yet that the nurses in the room are very capable of, with just, pipe cleaners and balloons, coming up what they see the obstacles are and what the future model of healthcare delivery should be. So then that leads me back to my thoughts about the pandemic. If ever there is an example of how we are making history, how we are part of history, and by the we, I certainly include, that I am a nurse. I have a nursing in my DNA. I have 14 nurses in my family. I am a nurse and very proud of it. So when I say we, what can we, how are we making notes to ourselves as to what are the things we see in practice in healthcare that we know could be improved upon? Where is the dysfunction? What has happened? And with the pandemic, we've never, I wasn't alive in 1918. Some people might think I might have been, but no, I really wasn't. What was that like? I look at the pictures of the nurses there in the wards, of the military, or the canvas cots, and, we've all seen them. And I think, whew. And then that brings me to the fact that, well, I really am not walking in the trenches of what's going on in the ICUs and the emergency rooms today. And my heart goes out, and my absolute humility and gratitude, and there isn't enough words to describe how appreciative I am to what the healthcare providers are doing. And I have to say, and particularly the nurses. I am biased, absolutely biased. But what the nurses are doing at the bedside, in the homes, wherever we have that contact. And that's the other point that I feel very strongly about. I feel strongly about 100,000 different points, but that one comes to mind, and that is that we who are the most trusted healthcare professional, we who in the year of the nurse, we who have Florence Nightingale in our blood, we who know how to be statisticians as well as compassionate caregivers, we are being relied upon, we are being viewed, we are being scrutinized more than ever before, and rightfully so. I am not worried about us being scrutinized. I think that's really great. But we have that responsibility to be honest, ethical, up-to-date, morally sound, true to our values, and to be able to communicate that open with the community, I think is an imperative at this point.
Well, and thank you for sharing those thoughts. And I don't want you to underestimate yourself, because not only are you a nurse, but you and your family are essentially a nursing department.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we are.
That's pretty darn cool. Betty, where can people find you in social media?
Well, I have a website, which is noyesconsult.com, and I'm on LinkedIn, and I would welcome and engage anybody to please join me on LinkedIn. And I'm on Twitter, and I'm on the others as well, but LinkedIn is really my best form of communication at this point. I welcome emails. It's bettynoyes@mac.com. Write me, let me know what you think of what I've said, or let Bonnie know, I should say. But it's been a pleasure. I mean, I am very proud to be a nurse, and I think we each need to be proud. And I encourage us to draw a picture so that we can appreciate that we really are the heroes, and to be able to discuss.
That's so incredibly powerful, and I think it's a good reminder for all of us. Thank you again for sharing. And I am Dr. Bonnie Clipper, and remember, at Wambi, moments move us.